Hey everyone, it's Celebration Friday, and I'm really excited to talk to you today about this topic. Not being enough has been something that has been very much on my mind for quite a long time, and I wanted to share with you what has come up for me this past week. It snuck up on me, and when I least expected it, and my coach brought it up to me, so I thought I'd bring it up for you and see if it resonates with all of you. But before I do that, I wanted to talk again about I have a webinar coming up next week on Wednesday. It is on unlocking your income potential. It's all about this not being enough stuff, in addition to a lot of other things that I'm going to share. The not being worthy conversation is very much deep in that, and I wanted to talk to you all about it. So please join me for that. It's going to be a really powerful session. If you can't actually make the actual webinar, there will be a replay. It'll be for about 48 hours, and I'll be sending you a link for it. So if you can't attend on Wednesday, July 19th at noon, you can always join for the replay in my email. The way that you get this is if you sign up for the webinar, and you'll get the email for that later on. So please join me for that. It's going to be super great webinar. I'm very excited about this one. So it'll be awesome if you can join. So not being enough. This past week, I've had this experience, and I didn't even realize I was having it. So often that not being enough conversation kind of sneaks up on you. And my coach was telling me, like, the words he said to me that kind of struck me was, why don't you just celebrate what you have right now? And I was like, whoa, hold up. Like, I totally had this moment of like freak out where I was like, oh, I'm not celebrating right now what I have currently in my life because I think I need to have more in order to be able to celebrate. And I couldn't just be happy with what I had at that moment. And it was a really powerful moment. It was really strange to realize that, like, I had allowed that to happen. And the reason why it's happening right now is because I have a lot going on in my business and my life. I'm about to move to Florida. I need to pack up my apartment, and I have a guest in town this weekend from Senegal, one of my closest friends, and I am traveling a bunch for work and for personal stuff, leading up to moving to Florida. And all of this stuff has led me to be very overwhelmed right now and not to focus on what I actually have in the moment and being excited about my move, being excited about making this change in my life. And instead, like, I'm just freaking out. I've just had scarcity conversations around time and around money and around, like, what I have in my life. And it's been really, really affecting me. And so when he said, when my coach told me just 2 days ago, like, why not stop saying that you don't have enough and just celebrate what you do have right now? I was like, oh, okay, I see that. I see what I'm doing right now. And it changed the way I started looking at it because, we get so caught up. Like, I definitely did this week, and I'm sure you have gotten caught up in the past. You get so caught up in what you got to do in the day to day that you kind of forget, like, how much awesome stuff is already there, right? And it's so easy to do. Like, it clearly slipped my mind, and I would say that I'm pretty good at keeping my mindset in the right place. And this week I saw how I slipped. And, this is the power of having a coach. A coach can do so much in terms of helping you figure out that kind of thing, that it changed the way I felt. And I was like, okay, what am I going to celebrate? How am I going to celebrate? And I immediately began celebrating, the fact that I did make this choice to leave DC and move to Florida after being in DC for 9 years. Like, I am starting a new adventure, and I got excited about, that I made some choices in my coaching business that has led to some powerful new clients, and that I'm that people are getting really excited about this webinar. Like I got excited about all of that and began seeing it as such a positive rather than freaking out about like what's missing or what's not there. So, you know, it's so easy for me, and I'm sure for you as well, because, you know, we're all kind of reflections of each other in this way. It's so easy to focus on what's missing that sometimes we forget what's actually there in that moment. And it felt so, so good to like start refocusing my brain again and just being clear about what I'm grateful for. And it led me to actually a new mindset practice. So, you know, I do my mindset practice in the morning. I have a very clear set of steps towards my mindset practice. But one of the things I was doing for a while and I stopped for a bit was right before I go to sleep, choosing what I'm grateful for that day. And that was a really powerful practice for me as well. So I'm inviting you into that kind of celebration today because it is a celebration. It's a celebration of gratitude every single day for the little things that are happening, those little victories, those small steps, and sometimes even the really big steps. It's being grateful for all of it. And it feels so much better falling asleep, feeling that gratitude rather than feeling overwhelmed, stressed, scarcity around time or money. It just refocuses our brains on what we really have in that moment. So I want to invite you into doing this practice for the next week and see how it feels. And I'd love to hear from you. If you want to participate in this, it would be awesome. I want to hear what you feel when you choose each night to reflect back on your day, on what you're grateful for and what it opens up in your mind to create that. Are you more calm? Are you more peaceful? Are you more joyful? For me, it's all of those things. I feel all of those things when I am expressing gratitude every single day. And I want to see how you feel about it. So yeah, let's see what happens in the next week. Post in this thread, you know, I'm joining. Yes, I'm in. And let's post like one picture each day next week of something happening in your life that you're grateful for. And let's see what happens because I think it'll be really, really cool. I'll be doing it too, so I'll be sharing with you every single night something that I'm grateful for from that day. And I'd love to see what you're going to post as well. I love you guys. Have a good day. Bye.